One play. You are live in yet another Company of Heroes 1 cast, brought to you by bribery, brought to you by bullying. I'm poor old little AE. I get very little time to play my beloved Company of Heroes 2. And Songs, one of the elitists from the Company of Heroes 1 community, barrels into my stream as soon as it goes live and say, "Hey brah, how about another CoH1 cast?" Knowing full well he's bankrolling my stream. I've very little room for manoeuvre here. He's given me exactly what I wanted, which is a PE versus Brits game. I love PE versus Brits, especially on Langres. It has a really interesting texture and quality to it. And the players we're watching today are none other than Canada's own It's de Maire, or Napoleon Bonaparte, as it says here, playing as the mighty Panzer Elite from the north of Langres with his Kitty-Crad, or Kettencrad rather. And we have I Don't Understand English, a very, very literal name from a player known as Woody. He's having a bit of a barn dance with his Brits infantry section in the south there. His name is Woody, and he's top 5 in the world Chinese player. And he's playing from the south. Now, why do I like Brits versus PE? Because quite frankly, the design for Brits is awful. PE isn't that much better. But when played on an open map, I'm of the personal opinion that they can make for a very good and very highly watchable battle. Also, with CoH1 on the horizon in the next year and a half, let's say, with fingers crossed, we want to see how these two factions worked and see if we can learn anything from them as well. So, as you know, British infantry section that is not the recon section moves at pretty much a snail's pace outside of combat. They need the lieutenant to speed them up a little bit, and that's why he's running onto the field with his Scan gun right about now. Panzer Elite go for double garrisoning near the high munitions, whilst we have the Kettencrad capping up the fuels on the east side. The Panzer Grenadiers, they march away. They do not want to get recon sniped, which is what they're worried about there. So you get a scoped Enfield rifle, and you're able to designate a marksman, and basically it's like a low-range sniper with the constant debate of how snipers should work in CoH1. I think it's a really good learning to see that there is a squad that actually handles it differently, and it was a success in Company of Heroes 1. The recon infantry section was interesting. Kettencrad just making an absolute nuisance of itself here. It really is. Got a first truck out. I do not remember the names of the trucks when they deploy, but certainly going to be the one that gives the stewards and the sappers, and the Kettencrad is dead. Panzer Grenadiers have done some good work there. We've had the capping of this high fuel, but it's now just capped munitions. Real nice stream of resources coming in. But the Brit plate is going to have a mega high munitions. When your truck deploys, it, of course, amplifies the resource points. Panzer Grenadiers line up behind heavy cover there. Second Kettencrad that was built is now just going to harass the units, push them around. No fear shown. Bonus is given by the lieutenant, rather. It is, of course, a British lieutenant. It's a lieutenant if you're German, it's a lieutenant if you're American, and a lieutenant for whatever reason if you're French or British. Panzer Grenadiers out once more, so we've got now a total of 3 of the buggers. Wonder how we're going to see munitions utilised by the British player. Wonder what's going to come first from the head. Oh, that's just the headquarters command truck. Of course it is. Sorry, you get 3 trucks as the British. I remember now. He's just moved, basically. He's moved his base. That's for CoH2 people that don't understand how it works. You could just pack up and move your base. You know, it's so alien to me because you very rarely see Brits like streamed, really. I mean, I know that XCOM used to stream a bit of Brits, but you don't really see many other players doing it. Right, the Panzer Grenadiers behind light cover here. They're going to get their cut-off harassed if not careful. They're going to... Oh, and here it is. He's gone for the mortar half track. I wasn't actually expecting that, you know. It is Langres, though, so Langres does lend itself very nicely to indirect fire. I've always said this. People don't realise it. What a nice plume of debris that was. Very good. Now Kettencrad goes straight on victory point duty. And all quiet on the Western Front for a little while as the British player Let's check out if we can see anything quite yet. Ah, we're having a nice little casualty clearing center. This is not. This will be able to pick up the dead bodies and heal. Oh, and he gets another Kettenkrad there with a nice burst of fire. He was zooming down the battlefield. So unlike the Americans, it kind of does both. A little bit more expensive, though. It is very atypical. I even recognise that. That's how atypical it was. I barely know what I'm on about. And I could recognise it was atypical. Nice blob v blob action. And he picks up a squad wipe there. Mortars now pushing the units around. Whilst De Maire, or Napoleon, whatever you want to call him, has literally no resources. Still got that thing selected there. Killing the medics as time-honoured tradition. And the dead. There we go. And that was the cash. So he at least dies in the warmth of the body he was attempting to clear up. Pretty gnarly. Let's go to the ×2 speed whilst we wait for the next ferocious unpacking of action. There it is. That's what I was expecting. The field support truck depth. See, I genuinely, I've got cross wires between how OKW works in CoH2 and how the Brits work. And I have to say, as a tick in the CoH2 column at least, after lots of balancing and changes, the OKW truck system is at least better than the British truck system. Because this British truck system is so defensive and, quite frankly, cancerous to play against. So tricky to unroot. My favourite memories of it, though, are playing as stormtroopers with Panzerschrecks. On this map, I once had an epic casual mid-tier game, as always, as my games are. And I was up against a Brit player that was building, I think it was tank traps, all the way along, and barbed wire or something. It was barbed wire, I think, to stop my cloaked stormtroopers from moving up on his trucks that were set up here. So it became an epic game of espionage as my cloaked Panzerschreck baddies were trying to take out his trucks one by one. And he was basically littering the map with mines and barbed wire. And that was a meta game I once played in Company of Heroes 1. It was wonderful. Got the recon infantry pushing up here. Just taking the +5 fuel. I told you it's all quiet on the Western Front. That's why I went to ×2 speed for a little while. And the infantry section forced away. Meanwhile, we've now... There it is. It's the Bren carrier. Out. Still not got a single body. You get 5 bodies, you'll be able to get a free infantry section. Oh, and here it is. The armoured cars out for the Panzer Elite. This is the heavy lifting anti-infantry vehicle. That is the go-to for many high-level Panzer Elite players. Oh, and there it is. Sorry, Bren carrier goes straight for the... Yet another Kettenkrad takes it out. I'm surprised the Panzer Elite player hasn't elected for Luftwaffe at this point and gotten cloaked versions, but there you go. Was ist los? Going to be trying to catch some infantry sections out in the open. There you go. This Panzer Elite score, only 2 of them are currently firing. One's raising the flag. He was waiting for backup and he now gets it. Oh, and we've got a tank hunter Panzer Grenadier. Oh, he's just upgraded to the Panzerschreck. If you don't know, you've got 3 options for your Panzer Grenadiers. You can go for G43s, Panzerschrecks, or Sturmgewehrs. And it's such an interesting dynamic because you get basically there's 3 trucks. 3 big concrete shithouses that you can build. Each of them has an upgrade for Panzer Grenadiers, or gives you the ability to build a new version of the Panzer Grenadiers. And once you've upgraded all of those 3 upgrades, you're then unlocking the double Panther, the Panther Battle Group upgrade. It's a really interesting dynamic, and I think the Panzer Elite certainly got the upgrades right. So we've got the sneaky boys, the sappers are coming out here. They're laying down a radio triangulation station, and they're going to be checking to see what comes out, hoping to find... There it is, the mortar half-track. They see it, and they're now going to try and take it out. They do have the flat Violix ready, but it's been buttoned, and they're going to keep up the assault. What an interesting deployment by Woody there. 8 XP given. Can he escape, though? Panzerschreck's ready for him. He's also got the armoured car. Misses, however. Needs to get away here. Can he do so? Piat's projector infantry anti-tank is firing. There's one of the Sturmgewehr Panzer Grenadiers. The assault ones. And we've got the Stuart light tank out with that horrendous canister round possibly about to deploy. So he gets out there as soon as he can. And I tell you what, that was an excellent attack there by Woody. Oh, Song's decided to tell me about Radio Track. I picked it up, my friend. He's also done one here, it seems. I did see that on the minimap earlier. So we've got 2 now. We just need a 3rd to fully triangulate. Oh, armoured cars in jeopardy here, in peril. And does he get snagged on the building? No, he goes around it. Very good. Don't forget, Panzer Grenadiers will be able to repair him quite quickly. But this Stuart doesn't care. Oh, he runs into a Shrek. This could be bad from Woody. What's he thinking? He's sacrificing a Stuart for an AC, and he's not targeted the right thing. There's a canister on. Barely does anything. Oh, dear, oh, dear. That was not good. Some of the debris hit that flag there. We now are up to Panzer Support Command. I'm not aware what this gives me. I'm expecting to see anti-tank half-tracks at some point, but... Oh, Bren doing a little bit of decapping there, but making himself a target. How does he keep getting away with this? I'll tell you why, because a little bit of elevation snagged the Shrek shot there, I believe. And, of course, I did choose the Panzer Elite commander. You'll know him as the general from Band of Brothers. Such a badass voice. Oh, this infantry section is in for some pain. No veterancy, no kills yet on the Panzer Elite Scout armoured car. This heroic Bren carrier is repairing a base, and we finally have a casualty in our clearing station. Oh, meanwhile, there it is. Ah, they've just only got two Mausers left on that with the Shrek, so not much anti-infantry output, really. Ooh, a nice shot there. I don't know even how he managed that. Was that a Piat over the bush? What killed him? That was impressive. Oh, cheeky shot here from the Bren carrier. Waiting for our first signs of building. Don't forget, in Company Heroes 1, you can tell when a building is building because the lights light up. And that's a great reconnaissance mechanic. It means that you can actually tell what's happening. That means the green glow means the captain is on the field. Doesn't want to hang around. He only has a pistol, don't forget. But he does have like an on-me ability. Basically, he can act as a retreat point. And he can call charges and all sorts. Pretty sure he gives bonuses to everyone in his territory sector. That's why the territory sector lights up green. Some Brit players do stagnate within the second truck for a while. Let's see if we can see if he's gone for a doctrine quite yet. No things have flashed up on the command panel there. So just still waiting. Oh, another bit of... This is reconnaissance. He's just checking out what he can see into the enemy base there. You see he's all building tech structures. He's seen if anything is building. Really clever stuff. It also allows the recon section to get in there. Oh, he's got snagged on the piles of wood there. That's not good. Again, a whiff. The Panzer Elite, Panzer Shreks, by the way, are less accurate than the Wehrmacht equivalents. And it's because people blobbed the crap out of them in team games, so they had to balance it that way. But they can be very frustrating to play with. Look, one of every animal. Just needs to upgrade this to the G43 squad. And it'll have like the... Piats just go through bushes. That's what I thought it was a Piat. He's having a right good time. So much good reconnaissance from Woody. It has to be said. Is he designating marksman, perhaps? Armoured cars. Only got on one kill. No chance to even designate any veterancy. Get the boys coming in from the sides. This recon section is going to have to be careful. And what's this? There it is. The Cromwell command tank is on the field. I can tell that because the minimap is much more readable, which is just something I miss so much. I didn't have to play. Oh, what a shot there, finally! On the 17th attempt of hitting something with the Panzerschreck, it finally does just that. And the sappers hightail it back to base. I know what Demare could do with spotting these triangulations. With the triangulation, does it mean he's gone for the commando doctrine? Correct me if I'm wrong there. This truck looks like a smaller version of the British trucks, doesn't it? Yes, Commando. I thought he was. Yeah, fair enough. Of course, the best bit about Commando for me is... Oh, he's just going to keep going. He's got Armoured Command Truck. He's going to get a Cromwell blob. And to me, this is the most attractive of... Ah, there it is. The Panther Battle Group is available. Ooh, so he's gone for all three. Of course, he has all three trucks. A Firefly. Oh, that's going to give it better rate of fire, I want to say, with the Cromwell Command Tank. That huge antennae behind the commander's cupola there. Firefly versus Panther Battle Group. Oh, that's a tasty matchup. That's really exciting.
We are losing a sector to the Commonwealth.
Vector, I completely agree, my very good friend. This version of Langres was actually good. Now, the CoH1's fine. It's just not as good. For a long time, it was crap, though. They had to keep changing it until the victory points are right on top of each other, basically. It's a 2.5 victory point map now. Nice Shrek shots there on the Firefly, backing up. Cromwell command tanks doing some heavy lifting as the Shrek blob goes forward. Looks like it's going to survive for now. Meanwhile, we've got the armoured car gunning down the medics as the captain watches on in horror. Firefly and Cromwell don't want any part of that. The Cromwell, of course, the first really mobile British cruiser tank of the war. First pretty decent tank the British fielded was the Cromwell. Matilda 2 was good, but it was a bit slow and sluggish and wasn't what we commonly associate with a World War II tank. The Cromwell actually did kind of inhabit that T-34 Sherman scenario and did an okay job of it. Its engine was pretty good as well. Oh no, here he goes. He goes into warp speed mode. Can he get away? Looks likely. Oh, whiffs a shot there from the Firefly. If that had hit, that could have been a very different scenario. Well, I'm glad to hear it, because for a while in CoH1 in the last 7 years, the players got very sloppy songs. I did notice, because DevM and Nagano were able to come back into the field and dominate. So maybe we should host a new CoH1 tournament and see how the tribe of CoH1 elitists holds up these days. Because I am very excited by the prospect that CoH1 has returned to form. Because for a while, CoH1 was nothing like its 2013 standard, which was like the Sunday night season 4 days. And to be honest, for me, it was quite sad. Well, if you say that, I'm not sure, mate. I thought Sunday Night Season 4 was the heyday. I'd be very excited to see if there was a new heyday for CoH1, and, you know, maybe the only way we can find out is with a tourney. I think he's putting his own arty down here, trying to get them away from these trucks. It was real, it was not a decoy, and the Shreks are in town now. The Cromwell armor has got to come and help out there. Oh, and he's deployed them. The Panther Battle Group is going to come onto the field. One by one they come. Two huge Panther tanks. 54 armor. 54 tons of armored destruction and malevolence coming to bear on the British forces. Going to crush through a bush very near you. Oh no, that Firefly's in for some trouble. Oh dear. That's a very dead Firefly. Mind you though, the sappers are going to help out. The rear armor's exposed. Cromwell command tank giving some level of it. Its rear armor's facing... Oh! The armoured car did die to the Piats there. Very good. At least he got something out of this. But losing his Firefly. Main gun destroyed. The cannon reaches for the skies. And it's certainly very dead. Just like the Sith. The Panthers always come in twos for the Panzer Elite. And look, the Cromwell's very sad. They've lost the duel in their army there. The headquarters command truck's relatively fine. Those sappers repair that in no time. Panther's gone for defensive veterans. I like defensive veterancy on Panthers because I think it makes them nigh on invincible. Meanwhile, in the north, more harassment of that fuel yet again. Sturmgewehrs will put an end to that. Oh, we're gone for anti-tank. There we go. The Hetzer is going to Hetz all over you. It's good to see the OG Hetzer, possibly. That'll be exciting. I think he was caught out of position songs and he tried to make the best of it. So I think that basically he saw the Panther battle group. He saw that his Firefly was way out of position. And he kind of gave up on it a little bit. He stopped trying to micro out of there. He did manage to save the Cromwell command tank. But yeah, it was almost a case of, I don't know, kind of gave up on it. Can he gun it down with the hull gunner here, perhaps? Coaxial machine gunner's got to do the work. No, it escapes. British retreat bonuses to the rescue. Meanwhile, recon Tommies do not want to tango with that Sturmgewehr. I wonder what his munitions count's like. Oh, okay, he's got enough. He's got recently used, of course. Oh, it was a decoy he's used as well recently. It doesn't seem to have worked. Let's go back over to the Panzer Elite player that we've had as our announcer so far. And victory point wise, I think you'll notice the Panzer Elite player is flagging considerably now, but under the veil of superior armaments with the disappearing and reappearing Firefly. What I mean, sorry, the Panthers enabled him to start really holding on to his side of the map now. There's been very little harassment from the British player. But what he needs in his arsenal is more anti-infantry, quite frankly. Because the sappers are going to be a thorn in his side. And he's got so much anti-tank. Look at his armour. It's he's got 3 Tank Hunter Panzer Grenadiers, 2 Panthers now. So to be honest, he could lose the infantry battle and really struggle to capture the central victory point, is what I'm thinking. It's going to be a struggle, let's say. Because you can imagine that the Firefly could possibly just keep them at bay with maybe the sapper support. Oh, and especially if he goes for the 17-pounder. The Cromwells then will be able to mop up any of the Panzer Grenadiers. So I'm actually really liking Woody's potential here if he can not do things like sacrifice his Firefly to the gods anymore. And look, he's got Bren's on one of his infantry sections as well. Oh dear. Lucky to survive there. Oh, here comes the Panther. The 1 anti-infantry unit of the Panzer Elite goes forward. He backs up nicely. Another Panther comes to bear. Oh no, he's got 2 Sturmgewehr squads at least. Okay. Oh, the 7-pounder's now ready. It's been a bit of a trap. First shot hits the Panther with furious velocity. Can he follow up? Oh, he's going to lose his Cromwell if he's not careful. He goes forward madly. Main gun destroyer go for a bit of a crush there, and Panther plucks him off from afar. Didn't want to tango for too long. Okay, that went well for the Panzer Elite player, has to be said. Got away with his Panther. Got double. He's got defensive veterancy on each one now. Really think the Firefly. The Firefly was so low on health. He didn't want to, you know, to risk it once more. Again, harassing that fuel. Able to decap it this time.
Commonwealth forces are capturing a friendly sector.
Infantry sections. They've kept this victory point for a while with 320 remaining. So we're getting close to the halfway point, it seems, on this replay. No idea how this one's going to pan out, quite frankly. But, yeah, he's repairing. It's a relatively slow repair time, isn't it, Panzer Elite? I know there's 4 squads there. Oh, no, it's pretty fast, to be fair. But considering it's 4 squads, you know, it's well balanced, I would say, relative to how many squads it is. Oh, that's felt like a double shot. Was that a double shot, or was it just me? I don't know how they managed that. Keeping munitions. And there's another, he's put another triangulation point up somewhere around here. Very good. Please bring out their Hetzer. It's only 600 manpower. Come on, we just want to see a Hetzer, Demare. Make it happen, my friend. Ooh, is that something building? Yes, it is. Let's try and see what it is, actually. What have you got cooking for us in here? Right. Everybody's ready. We've got... yes, another logistic company upgrade coming out. I think this gives 4-man squads. The original bolster against the original Brits. Bit of decoy artillery most likely there. 300 points remaining for Panzer Elite. Really needs to push and hold this central victory point. He's got a nice cavalcade of used units as he destroys the garrison. Slowly. You know, to be honest, he may as well... I don't know if this bush whose favour it's in. But I don't think he wants to mess around with that. Oh, look, it's turning around now. Finally. Must just crept into his gaze for a moment. Panther going east. We survey the Panzer Elite base. As I say, I know he kind of won the the tank battle. We always knew he had the anti-tank, but he's not pushed and held that central victory point. Oh, my bad. We just lost a unit, apparently. Wonder what that could have been. It's probably on the screen. I mean, he's still got all 5 Panzer Grenadiers, so I don't know what that referred to. Oh, Kettenkrad got sniped left side. Fair enough. Didn't even realise the Kettenkrad was back on the field. So, rest in peace. F in chat for Kettenkrad. You will be missed. Panthers looking strong right now. Panzer Grenadiers just surveying the situation, trying to find an angle for the Panthers to attack. Cromwell's rear armor's exposed, but he eats a juicy shot. Fortunately for him, this battle is away from the 17-pounder. But he can't really pursue the tanks because they just run straight back to the mothership, basically. Well, you're asking the right guy. Song should tell you in chat. He understands the nuances of the strategic conundrum better than I. I can just tell you what we're seeing on the screens. We got the glider. No, that's just artillery whistling. I thought I heard the whistling of a glider. Imagine a Tetrarch tank. That'd be cool. It's just always a shame when we don't see Mandos. I'm always a big fan of the Commandos. He's got yet another Cromwell. Really going to cause problems. This fresh Cromwell now. Oh no, is that 2 Fireflies? He's got a second Firefly, my bad. One of those Cromwells still has 0 kills. But he's got 2 Fireflies, a Cromwell and a Cromwell command tank. That is OP. That means he can go toe-to-toe with the Panthers, but not the Shrek. So still has to be careful. And he wasn't, and he gets eaten alive. Oh dear, that's a double Shrek squad. That's why the 4 Shreks coming to bear. And there's the commandos to try and save the day. Better late than never. There's the dynamic. The Brits got better anti-infantry. And the anti-tank from the Panzer Elite player is absolutely overwhelming. To go for double Shreks now is really going to punish him. Yeah, I think you were right to worry that Moktonic. Commandos have had a pretty bad time of it so far. They need to retreat. Oh, Fireflies in peril. But so yeah, the dynamic is clear. Obviously, the tank hunter Panzer Elite player is going to dominate the tank battles. The 17-pounder's just enough to protect this kind of vicinity. The British player, in my opinion, has been a bit foolish with his tanks. He didn't need to push here ever, and he's done it twice now. And each time he's lost a vehicle. And that time it was the second Firefly he's lost of the game. Awful looking weaponry, isn't it? The Piat. Look, what the hell is that? Piat was one of the worst weapons of World War II. Everyone that used them pretty much hated them. Like, I think they once took out a tank and it went down in history or something. Look at the veterancy there. Triple defensive veterancy. But we've got the Panzer Shrek squads on offensive veterancy to improve the accuracy there. Pretty nifty. Panther goes in for a little bit of surveillance. Just Papier and Bitter. Just want to check everything's in order. And 17-pounder faces the right way. That is very, very fake artillery. Oh no, it's real. That's the conundrum. Meanwhile, recon section's been possibly trying to cap. Oh, it's capping this fuel, it seems. Decapping it, rather. Commandos push forward. They don't want to get crushed, though. And those little beret heads scuttle back to base. Victory point-wise, the victory point bleed is very slow. And I'm looking at the timer here. It seems to me that we're going to have a massive confrontation that settles this battle. It's not necessarily going to be a victory point struggle. That's the feeling I'm getting. Population-wise, 45 available to the Panzer Elite player right now. And he's pretty much... This is his army until something dies. He's got a lot of munitions. Could maybe plant some Talor mines. That would be nice. Panther snipes them. Indomitable veteran sergeants. Wow. You can hit them with whips, hit them with chains. But they'll never use the safe word. They are simply indomitable. Panther goes forward. Quite foolishly there, but that defensive veterancy really helping out. As the Panzerschreck blob comes in. We've got one Cromwell in trouble. It dies with 26 experience granted. Panthers slip away. It's a hit and run assault by De Mere. The British player is in a lot of peril there. That's not good at all. Strolling up to see Woody. That was his name, Woody. Oh dear. I tell you what, the British player had so many heavy losses, but he's still controlling the central victory point. It's insanity. It feels like De Mere's almost toying with him at this point. He can't be, though, because if you see what's been great from Woody is the amount of good capping he's done around the sides. I mean, the harassment on these points. Well, there you go. Song saying the Brit late game demands Panzer Elite stay on the Elter Skelter of destruction. He's claiming that unless they keep claiming big kills like that, they just get overwhelmed in the late game, which is a very interesting dynamic. They certainly have the tools at their disposal to hit and run like that. So he's got a little bit of space on his population meter again. Wonder what he's going to go for. Let's go check out the British player.
Down to 200 points.
Down to 200 points. There you hear it first. Pretty much, he's got two. I thought they were in his arsenal there. That's so silly how that... Look at the triangulation. That's so cool. Goes all the way back to base. Anything there he can see. Put a demo down. That's a good job we did choose this guy. We wouldn't have seen that otherwise. Very sexy little demo. He gets close enough to it. He'll be able to spot it, I believe. But it might not happen. Ooh, commandos. I want to see how many kills those bad guys have. More commandos from their glider from the sky above.
Losing a sector.
Oh, Panther's going to see to that. It's going to crush everything. And the Mandos know it. Just more possible fuel harassment. Incendiary grenades has been teched as well. I'll tell you what, these Panzer Grenadier squads are becoming more and more potent. He's got to stop. As I say, the same situation is still there. This central victory point with a demo on it now. I know, Vector. They say detonate me. It's so much cooler than just detonate. Like, why can't it still say... Oh, there's two. Very nice. And this might be a mine. Oh, no, and a third demo. We got so many demos. Now, that's exciting. Love it. Also, we get given the British music for a little while. Can we just stay on the British music? Can we just... Guys, we've just done 20 minutes of Panzer Elite. We're now going to swap over to British. So your blue-red brain needs to flip. We're going to... Blue is now south. There we go. Flip. Close your eyes really tight. Open them again. There you go. We're now the British. We've been a Panzer Elite for the first 2/3 of this cast, and we're changing. Commandos are going forward. Oh, and here come the Panthers. Firefly's got rear armor exposed. That's not good. He's trying to tempt this blob in, most likely. The sappers, meanwhile, are firing. Commando squad. It's likely to go down here. Be very surprised if that survives. Firefly's going to have a difficult tale of survival itself. Shrek's hitting. Here comes the demo, though. Here comes the demo. Oh, it does nothing. It does nothing. There's nothing against the tank. There's another one there, though. That could help out. There you go. Squad down. And somehow, one of the Fireflies got out of there. One died, though. That was an excellent push in from 2 Panthers with a defensive veterancy. Blimey, we're the British now. Oh, that was a good shot there. Piats could finish the job here. You never heard that said before because it never happens. And, of course, they're not going to. Demer's hauling has to get out of there. Recon squad spotting still. Can he get the mightiest Piat shot of all time? Here it comes, the mighty Piat shot. Oh, it wasn't prioritizing. Well, you can't prioritize the vehicle. Firefly goes in. Can he get the shot? Such a slow reload time. Probably accidentally shot the first one. Main gun destroyed. No! That's horrendous. Oh, those bad old Company Heroes 1 death crits. We hate them so. And here comes the blob. Goodbye, Firefly. How we hardly knew ye. Destroyed engine. This one's out of there. Makes for a cool visual, though. Decoy artillery barrage deployed. As the officer corps goes forward. Captain ushering the commandos into battle. Keeping those squads out of there. Oh, fake arty gives vision for the Panther. Nice. Okay. So you can see the Panther, or do you mean? Yep, I'm with you. Defense, those triple defensive assault Panzer Grenadiers. Done a lot of work this game. I heard Gargle. Oh, he's burning. Doesn't even know about it. He hasn't even moved. Stay in the trench, boys. We're on fire, Gov. Stay in the trench. It's fine. The ruling elite. Ushering the brave lions into battle. Zany, you are funny. We have to do some casting soon, Zany. I think where we went wrong last time is we tried to be too serious. I think you and I could have a great time just having a laugh casting. I think that's what we should do. And yet another Firefly on its way. It's a good change of music, wasn't it? There it is as well. The Funkwagen Vampire half-track. Can give Goliaths, don't forget. That would be cool. And they're the incredibly OP Panzer Elite Goliaths that you can't spot. With I think it's a I can't remember how it works, but you can't spot them as easily anyway. Kettencrad back out, just causing a nuisance for itself. Commandos find it though, there you go. Can't do much damage versus the armor though, unfortunately, with the Sten guns. Panther can do damage with a triple veterancy Panther now. Just like, call it a King Tiger, you may as well. Oh, he's going forward again. The Firefly showing that frontal armor. Can the 17-pounder help out here? No. Meanwhile, Commando's getting pushed back to base. Firefly this time escapes. 111 victory points now remain for Demer, the Panzer Elite player. Oh, enemy Panther's buttoned. Piets are right there. We got artillery coming down as well. He's crushing all those bushes now. And I was wondering if this would be good for the British or bad. Certainly going to be bad when he destroys that garrison. As this blob, this nightmarish hell blob goes forward. This could be the end game. He's pulling the trigger. He's going for a checkmate move. He disregarded victory points. He acquired fatalities. However, Piat's still not going to do anything. Let's face it. That Panzer... Oh, destroyed engine! They finally do something. It's the Apprentice Panther. The double defensive veterancy one. That is going to die. We've got an over-repaired Cromwell that could push in. The Command Cromwell doesn't fancy it right now. Meanwhile, we've got... Oh, Goliath takes out the commandos there. Just about caught on camera thanks to the superior minimap of Company of Heroes 1. A's boomer 32-year-old eyes could see that triangle. And I saw it. There we go. Everybody praise the superior CoH1 minimap and tap map. Just look how much better it is to look at. Panthers down. Of course, as we expected. Another Goliath goes forward. Let's go on a journey of the Goliath. Love it. It's so much better, Frog. That's why I think all CoH1 and CoH2 fans are coming out of their shells now and just saying what we like from both games. Because we actually have a chance to see the best of both games. It's such a... Do you want to know something about that bug? Oh, infantry section down. There to the 25 kill assault Panzer Grenadiers. I tell you what, Woody, it's not a bug, it's a feature, by the way. It was deliberately left in the game. Commandos down. I think Woody's just... He's loading up the hot pot now. Gonna have some wonton soup or something. He's just... Because it's... He's making... I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's gone to the toilet. Because he's given up, I think. Given up on life. There's no way that this is a serious endeavour. He's just hanging out there whilst his units get devastated. Or maybe he lagged out there. I want to believe he lagged out. Oh! Doesn't matter because he lulled his opponent to a false sense of security. The artillery decimates several vehicles. Meanwhile, the triple defensive Panther going in for the kill. Maybe I was too early to write Woody off. Cromwell's got the rear armor of this triple defensive Panther showing. Oh, and the Piets finally make themselves known. What the hell? I wrote him off. I thought he was done and out. I thought he'd given up. And then all of a sudden, we saw two things happen. We saw devastating artillery. I really think... and also the commandos land with a full health glider. That's very rare to see. But I think he genuinely looked like he was giving up. Think about it. None of his units were moving, quite frankly. So maybe he had a little bit of lag, I want to say. Got a new infantry section coming out. Then the artillery hit, and the Cromwells took out most of the Vet 3 Panther's health. And finally, the Piets finally found their mark. It's been 42 minutes. It was a stolen Shrek, song says. Of course it was. Just as soon as they get an infantry section, the casualty clearing sector is finally taken out. That makes more sense. Piats never hit. That makes way more sense. I'm glad I've got you with me, Songs. The analyst caster in principle. Actually using his I play Company of Heroes 1, you haven't played it for 8 years, brain. So of course it wasn't a Piat. That would make too little sense. It was definitely a stolen Panzerschreck. Anyway, how is the Panzer Elite player going to make the comeback here? Is he just going to... Let's go over... Right, close your eyes, guys. We're going back over to Napoleon Bonaparte as our northern player here. Still got that little sneaky Goliath. Very close to enemy action here. I'm glad I checked up on him. Here he is, another commando squad. Nearly dies. Very little bits of them are falling all around us. There's also a demo again on the victory point, it would seem. But yeah, I wanted to survey what he has. He could build... If he builds the Jagdpanther, I'm going to be so effing happy, dudes. I'm going to just go crazy. It's my favourite Company of Heroes unit of all time. If he builds the Jagdpanther, it's going to be like the best day of my life. It's only 500... Oh, yes, please. Come on, guys. I need to hear that voice line. I need to hear it. Yes, we have swapped back to the axis being blue, the axis in the north, but if the Jagdpanther happens, oh my god. Don't you dare say it's useless, Songs. You shut your whore mouth. The Jagdpanther is a Wunderwaffe of epic proportions. Double assault... Look at that ability to survive there with the triple defensive veterancy. Oh, he's not going to do it, is he? Well, I'll just do the voice line. It's because it takes... it's a lot harder to get out because, you know, it's a lot more command points. Goliath's chasing them! Go, Goliath, go! And they're pushing in. They're taking out the vampire half-track. The vampire half-track! Oh my god, it stalls the tank! That was an amazing tactic! That was so cool. He used the vampire half-track to stop the tank moving. The Goliath caught up with him. And then the Shreks finished the job. What a 1-2 combo there from Napoleon. This master of war. This Canadian juggernaut. He takes out the entire British Armada. He's got 18 aids there as well, slowing down the progress. Oh, what a tactic. That was glorious. Absolutely glorious. What a game this has been. I'll tell you, this is British versus Peas, where you get to see the full... oh, Kettenkrad uncovers the field support truck. And the Piats as well. Got to watch those victory points, though. I don't know if you guys have noticed. He's got 43 remaining. And the commandos are making nuisances of themselves. Oh, and he's capping up north as well. Never forget Ormond. Commandos. Very bravely running away there. And they'll probably survive. Don't even watch British retreats, because they always survive. One of my least favourite bonuses in Company Heroes history is British retreat received accuracy bonuses. They are staggering. Here comes the blob. Commandos throw a cheeky grenade or two there. They're dead now, though. And so is the headquarters command truck. That is a very dead vehicle. Also the... interesting. So we've just had the central victory point neutralized. The northern's been capped, though, so the bleed's still on. 9 victory points and dropping. He's going to go hunting for the trucks, however. Still got we've got 2 trucks left. Panzer Grenadiers still capping. Oh, an infantry section taken down. Sappers need to cap this, but these brutal hunters are coming. 43 kills. Piats get a rare kill there. That definitely was a Piat kill, or... Yes, it was, sir. Didn't want to be wrong twice. Commandos coming to force the situation. But don't forget, he's capping down the south. You've seen another truck destroyed there. And it looks like Demer's saving this game with 5 victory points. No! Oh, yeah, sorry. That's... I keep thinking that this is capping. It's not. It's just a glider. He's done very well to do 47 minutes of this. Right, so this victory point saves it. Blob marauding. This could be an annihilation victory with 5 victory points remaining. Looking very likely right now. What a GG this has been, though. A very good game indeed. And here it comes. We've got the Vickers machine gun emplacement. Could save the day, but most likely not. Double Shrek volleys coming in. And there you go. Annihilation victory. Once the gliders are destroyed, I believe. It's got to destroy the gliders because they can build stuff. 1 down. This is the British players' last bastion of defense. Oh, there's 2. We've got to take both of them down. They're going to cap for now. And there it is. An AC just to speed up the process. Is it the bunkers or is it the planes? Oh, it's that's a triangulation point. That's nothing. I thought it was the planes. Both, Song says. Okay, it's both. Fair enough. I got excited thinking it was just the planes. Got 2 Vickers. And surely we should... Let's go over to the Brit play. We should have our truck ready soon. He's not going for it, though. Replacement truck. Seems like he's definitely given up this time. We thought he had before, or I did at least, and he certainly had not. He even looked like he could get back into this. And that looks like he's quit the game, in my opinion. Indeed, he's slash-L'd. He's crashed out. He doesn't understand English, though, so maybe that's why he's not said GG, well played. Let's speed up through this just to confirm the game is well and truly over. And we know it's over. There you go. I want to see it, though. I want to see the replay to finish. There we go, finally, playback over. Well played to Napoleon from 2 years ago. And also Woody, I've never seen that player play before. I think it was a very good game. And it could have gone either way. I think that huge moment where I thought Woody had finished. It certainly hadn't. And big shout out to somebody who called it in chat, just saying that the doctrinal choice of Napoleon's a really tricky one. I also think the aggression of Napoleon was really tricky for Woody to overcome, because he just kept coming in, taking a single tank out and then retreating. These two attacks from up here were excellent in particular. But also Woody obviously could have played a lot better with his tank armada. He pushed into this area here twice, and he lost out both times. 3 times, actually, in the end. 3 times, and he lost out 3 times. So, yeah. GG, well played, and thank you, everybody, for watching. Cheers.